Uh, Good morning and happy Thursday, everybody. And before I get into my low, my high, my act of kindness, I think I figured something out. It's been kind of like a weird couple of days. And I think that has to do with people trying to make 2024 a good year. But we don't quite know how to go about doing it, so we're all trying to tread cautiously. And from what I've seen and what I've heard, for some people it's been not the greatest, and for other people it's been outright hilarious. And for other people, they're just happy to get through the day. I don't know, me personally, I guess I'm averaging out to that last one, just getting through the day. Because I will admit, Tuesday was kind of a stupid day. Yesterday was a good day. So, yeah, I guess I'm averaging out a little bit. Let's see. What are my low and high acts of kindness? Actually, my low actually comes in the form of something I was going to do, but I couldn't. And I think it has to do with the holidays being when during the week they were. But the last 2 weeks, on Wednesdays, I bring the garbage into my folks' place, right? The garbage never came. How am I supposed to take in the garbage if it doesn't come? You know? It makes no sense. I mean, again, the holidays, both Christmas and New Year's Day were on a Monday. So maybe it has to do with that. I don't know. But it's just sort of, I don't know, it's odd that it's happening I don't think this has ever happened before. At least not that I know of. Let's see, what's my high? My high is, I got to see my family yesterday. I got to be with my mom and dad yesterday. It was actually quite nice. We had dinner a little bit late, but that doesn't, I still got to see them, which was nice. And my act of kindness was I actually helped my mom make dinner, which is even nicer. Actually, come to think of it, I can't recall what specifically I did when it came to making dinner. I mean, all I really did was adjust the racks in the oven so you could broil pork chops. That's really about all I did, preparation-wise. I didn't even handle any of the food, just all I did was adjust the oven racks. That's about all I did. But I guess according to my mom it counts, so I guess I'll go with that logic. So before I get into making my NFL picks today, I gotta say, this is week 18 in the NFL is always guaranteed to be a big weekend. But for a lot of teams, there is a lot on the line. Even if you've already clinched the playoffs, there's still so much that could happen that could change where you stand in the playoffs. Take my Cowboys, for example. If we lose the Commanders and the Eagles beat the Giants, the Eagles are then the number 2 seed, whereas the Cowboys are not the number 2 seed. Or, in some cases it doesn't change at all. Let's say, no matter what, at least for the NFC, San Francisco is going to be number 1. The only two teams that the only other teams that could possibly have a similar record to the 49ers are both the Cowboys and the Eagles. And the 49ers have beaten the Cowboys and the Eagles. So, they're still the number 1 seed. And then there's Buffalo. Like, they've got like a bunch of games above like everyone else as a wild card. And yet, they still haven't clinched. I mean, really all Buffalo has to do to clinch is just win on Sunday night against the Dolphins. Actually, not only do they have to win on Sunday night against the Dolphins, but actually, if they beat the Dolphins, that's it. They are the number 2 seed. I mean, the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs right now, and it's highly unlikely that they're not going to miss the playoffs. But for Buffalo to miss the playoffs, they got to lose. And both the Ravens and the Jaguars need to lose, I think. I think that's how it works. Again, there's just so much that's going on this weekend. I don't even know what game's tonight. I just know about what happened. Let's see. You know what that actually reminds me? Another part of my low is, no kidding, the weirdest thing happened to my phone. Like, it was still like making sounds and everything, but the screen turned completely black. It was crazy. Hold on. Wait a minute. There's no game today? Well, folks, in a sudden turn of events, this is the first time where I've actually wore this jersey for absolutely no reason. I'll be right back. Wow. That's embarrassing. I mean, look, I don't pay attention to the schedule that much where, like, how do you not have a game on Thursday? Like, this is the last time you can have Thursday night football and there's no game today. That's gotta be the weirdest thing ever. I mean, you got a couple games on Saturday, but every game's on Sunday. And there's no game on Monday because the national championship or college football is going to be on Monday night, which Michigan versus Washington. I mean, I can make that pick right now, but it's too soon to make that pick. Although, if I actually wound up making that pick right now, I got to put the jersey back on. And I don't want to do that because I literally just took it off. So I'm stuck. I was legit ready to make an NFL pick today. Really? No Thursday night football game. None. Well, add that to the list of weird things that have happened in 2024 so far. Although speaking of things happening in 2024, 2 things that aren't happening, believe it or not, are 2 of the movies I was going to go see this year. See, if any of you guys remember, last year there was like a writer's strike, and a lot of projects were either postponed indefinitely or pushed back to a later date. And because of this, both Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, I will be able to see this year. I'm so bummed about that. I really, add that to my low too. Man, this is not it. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I could be turning into Ross from Friends. Remember when Ross tried to say this year was going to be a great year? Like 2 days in, he's like, 2 days in, I'm already a loser? Oh my God. What if that's me? That's not going to be me, don't worry. I know that. I mean, for that to happen, I believe I have to be rocking some leather pants. And I don't have any leather pants. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know. I mean, if I had leather pants, even if I had leather pants, who am I kidding? I would never be able to pull them off. So, regarding the movies I can't see this year, Beyond the Spider-Verse is postponed indefinitely, and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2 will not be in theaters until May of 2025. I'm like, okay, with that one, I kind of get, because literally since Ghost Protocol, which was Mission Impossible 4, the Mission Impossible movies have been lights out spectacular. And considering that this is supposed to be like the final Mission Impossible movie that they're making, I really get that they're trying to make this truly as great as it can be. It's actually kind of like what happened years ago before Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild came out. They actually, for those of you who don't know, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was actually postponed for a year. Like, production was going for a whole another year longer because they really wanted to make that game as good as it could be. And, ooh-wee, did they make that game as good as it could be, man. Like, Breath of the Wild was like everyone was talking about that game. Like, I'll never forget, I think it was like IGN, like, ranked every Zelda game on a scale of 1 to 10. I mean, nothing ever got lower than like a 7, so pretty much every Zelda game has been good, right? But only 2 games got 10s. Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild. Well, Ocarina of Time I get, even though it's essentially a remake of Link to the Past from what I hear. And Breath of the Wild, man, wow. Although that being said, the one ranking, I remember that list, bits and pieces of it. The one ranking I do not understand, why you gotta give Skyward Sword a 7? That was like one of the lower scores in that list, and you gave Skyward Sword a 7. Come on, man. That's actually supposed to be the first game in the Zelda timeline. Like, they actually combined the character designs of, in a way they kind of combined the character designs of Twilight Princess with the color schemes of Wind Waker. Like, what happened? Why do you have any haters, man? Well, don't worry. You know, luckily, there are people out there like Messiah Nell and Chucker Conroy who actually have good taste. And they know better. So, although now I'm thinking about Chucker Conroy, how come he hasn't done Twilight Princess yet? No, seriously. Like, he did Wind Waker. He did Majora's Mask. He did Link's Awakening. He did Phantom Hourglass. Why did Twilight Princess? I mean, he wanted to do Skyward Sword, which is great. But he didn't do Twilight Princess. That's odd. Strikes me as odd. So, wow, I went on a tangent that, this is probably the first, like, tangent-related video, like, I've done this year. 4 days in. Crazy, right? So, the fact that we gotta wait till Memorial Day weekend in 2025 for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, that definitely does annoy me. But if the results are anything like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was, I guess I can accept it. Now I think I'm starting. Although, here's the thing. I'm aware that a lot of people consider January to be like a dead time of year. You know, holiday season's over. It doesn't change the fact it's still cold outside. Everything just gets depressing. And I wouldn't say I feel depressed necessarily, but I get why people are saying that now. In fact, about the only thing that's been remotely good is we haven't really got any large quantities of snow, and within the coming days, we're supposed to get anywhere from 0 to 16 inches. Like, how do you get 0 inches of snow? Oh, right. Rain. It's possible that it could be warm enough where, you won't be able to get snow, but you'll get rain. So, let's see, 16 inches of snow, 16 inches of rain, which is essentially 0 inches of snow. Yeah, I think I'll take the rain. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people are clamoring to have snow. I get it. And even though I totally make fun of the fact that, every time I look outside, it's nothing but completely white outside when there's snow, I do see, there's something aesthetic about it, aesthetically pleasing about looking at snow outside. It is. Although, it's aesthetically pleasing for as long as you stay inside. So when you gotta go outside, it gets annoying. Speaking of annoying, I've been having so much trouble sleeping lately, I wind up waking up later. I gotta work on that. Well, maybe it has to do with the bedhead that I have. Good news though, pay attention to the look, folks. I'm getting my hair cut today. I hope you like this video. If you like this video on the YouTube channel, follow on social media. As always, I'm very humble this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy today. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Remember, if anything want to talk channels, we're here to lend you all the way back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.